of the sport. So this would be learning how to put in offensive and defensive plays, and learning how to do press breaks and inbound breaks. Another one would be managing the staff and managing the athletes, which is pretty essential. So managing the athletes would be making sure that they're going to class and making sure that their grades are doing well. Managing their staff would be having their physios come in time to take care of their athletes, making sure that their assistant coaches come in before practice and come up with a game plan and execute that game plan through practice. Another one that's really essential is communicating with the athletes. I think that's the most important quality to have, because to communicate, you have to communicate in all aspects of life. And without doing that in a sports setting, it's very hard to go from practice to the game and making sure that you have that transition, and also going in when your coach draws up a play on the court, you have to make sure you have that communication where you know what you're doing to execute in a game situation. Decision making. So a couple of hard decision making for the coach to make would be suspending a player, sitting a player, trying to substitute players in during the game, and deciding what is the appropriate time. Recruiting new players can be hard, especially, for example, at this school where a lot of athletes are really interested in kinesiology, so this can lead to not having your recruits that you really want to come to the school. And also having the recruit player match the coach's style. So the coach has to make sure that they're recruiting the appropriate athletes for the program that they're trying to run. And motivating your athletes. So that's the most important thing. You can have the most ability in the world and the skills in the world, but without motivation, you can't have that greatness that you want to achieve. Preparing your training plan, so during preseason, having them get in shape before regular season is very important. Breaking down film. For example, we have 2 games this weekend. We usually break down film on the other team and try to see what they went, what we went wrong last time we played them, and try to fix that this time. And scouting other teams, exactly what I said. We have games coming up this weekend. We scout teams and making sure that the coach gives the appropriate information that we need. So as I came across these 3 coaching studies that really impacted me while learning my question. The first one is command coaching style, the submissive coaching style, and the cooperative coaching style. So the command coaching style is very aggressive. It's where the coach doesn't like to have any opinions from the athletes. They're all about themselves, and they have a lot of knowledge in their sport. And the advantage to this coaching style is that the coaches usually are ready for intense competition, because the coaches are always yelling at them during practice and making sure that everything is executed to perfection. A disadvantage that a coach might expect too much from their athlete and might mentally and physically exhaust them. So a prime example that I found a coach like that was Gino Ariema, the coach for the University of Connecticut. He's won many national championship titles, and he is known for his aggressive approach to the game of basketball. The next one is submissive coaching style, which is exactly opposite to the one that I just said. And this is where the coach doesn't like to make a lot of decisions. They usually depend on their athletes for those heavy decisions, and they often just, there's no discipline in their coaching style. The cooperative coach, which I really like, is a mixture of both, where the coach would share decisions with the athletes, and the coach would recognize their role and provide feedback and leadership to their team. The coach guides them onto the right path to success, pushes athletes to their full potential. Advantage to this coaching style would be the team does not complain about being overworked because they all mutually agree on working hard. Another advantage is that the athletes feel comfortable talking to their coach. For example, Coach Danny now, he's so approachable, and I can talk to him about anything, which is really helpful. Style coaching lets there be a good team cohesiveness, and athletes produce to their full potential to impress their coach. So some qualities that an effective coach, in my opinion, must have, and opinion from Raina Martin's in a book that I read on successful coaching things as well. Knowledge of the sport is a very good key quality to have. If you don't have a knowledge of your sport, then why are you coaching? Because usually your team are losing because the other team just knows more motivation, again, that I've said, having the ability to motivate your players is key so that your players are always trying to get to their full potential. Empathy, knowing that your coach cares about you and that you can go to your coach when you aren't feeling the greatest and they're always there for you. Leadership, again, directing your team onto that right path of success, I think is very important. Communication has been coming up many times, which I think is the most important key. It's just communicating with your athletes and making sure that they're on the right path and that they can communicate with you at any time. I think is very essential. And managing skills. So like I said before, making sure that a coach would have to book hotels, buses, making sure your regular season games are time scheduled, practice schedules, and so on. So why am I